1947, and she is a trailblazer and a passionate advocate for the Ontario agricultural sector. Her contributions and commitment in the boardroom and at the podium have made immeasurable improvements in the industry, especially in the animal health sector pertaining to disease control, prevention, and emergency preparedness. She was director and often chair of over 20 committees and boards, including the Board of Directors of Farm Credit Canada from 2004 to 2008, as co-chair of the Minister's Advisory Committee for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency from 1999 to 2001, and as vice chair of the Ontario Farm Products Marketing Commission from 2004 to 2015. Deborah has always recognized the value of research and worked tirelessly to ensure that agriculture receives its fair share of provincial and national research budgets. She was the chair of the Agricultural Research Institute of Ontario, the chair of the Vaccine and Infectious Disease Organization in Saskatchewan, the chair of the Investment Committee for Guelph University Alumni Research and Development, the chair of the Research Committee of the Poultry Industry Council, and on the board of the Poultry Research Centre at the University of Alberta. This is a very long list. In her role as chair of the Poultry Industry Council from 1999 to 2006, she lobbied successfully for an Animal Health Act for Ontario, including funding and authority for the Chief Veterinary Office in the province. During her tenure as PIC chair, a poultry research team was established at the University of Guelph. Collaborative projects with poultry researchers across Canada were funded, and emergency preparedness for disease outbreaks was initiated with the 4 feather boards. Deborah was a founding director of the Ontario Livestock and Poultry Council and chaired the Livestock and Poultry Disease Insurance Committee to develop production insurance for the livestock industry. The OLPC also facilitated important linkages between other industry groups and agencies working on biosecurity initiatives to control and manage livestock and poultry disease. She then extended her biosecurity advocacy to the equine industry through her involvement with the Grand River Agricultural Society and the Grand River Raceway, ensuring that philanthropic funds were adequately established to equine biosecurity program through Equine Guelph. Deborah is Vice President of Clovermead Farms Incorporated, a commercial dairy, crop production and biogas business in Wellington County in partnership with her husband Bruce and son Corb. The farm is currently in its 7th generation of continuous production, and since their first environmental farm plan in 1993, they have instituted numerous environmental sustainability initiatives which earned them the Dairy Farmers of Canada Dairy Farm Sustainability Award in 2014 for their extensive efforts in environmental stewardship. As an agricultural ambassador, Deborah's impact has been far-reaching. She has spoken to numerous groups over many years, including 3 antimicrobial resistance conferences on the reduction and control of antibiotics in livestock and poultry, and at the One World Health Conference in Beijing, China in 2010 on livestock health extension services. She has hosted many farm tours to explain to politicians, foreign visitors, and urbanites the immense value of livestock agriculture to Ontario, and in 2010 hosted the Canadian Association of Veterinary Epidemiology and Preventative Medicine Planning exercise at Clovermead. She has sat on a wide variety of advisory committees, such as the Animal Health Emergency Management Think Tank, to prioritize key initiatives for animal disease prevention and preparedness, the Advisory Committee for Foresight for Canadian Animal Health for Animal Health Emergency Management, and the Advisory Committee on Emergency Management Research Priorities for Ontario. Deborah gave a TED Talk on building a future for agriculture in Canada and was also given an Honorary Professional Agrologist Award in 2011 by the Ontario Institute of Agrologists for her work in finding mentors for new Canadians trained abroad as agrologists. Deborah Whale's leadership and vision has greatly benefited Ontario agriculture, and she is a deserving candidate for recognition by the Ontario Agricultural Hall of Fame. Her 2016 nomination was from the Poultry Industry Council.
So I have 4 quick thoughts for today. My first thought, obviously, is for my nominator, the Poultry Industry Council, representing an industry which has become adept at seeking excellence. And whether we're talking about production efficiencies or the integration of new technologies, leadership in the key area of biosecurity, or bird health and welfare, the poultry industry in Ontario has a great deal to be proud of. And I want to thank the Poultry Industry Council for its leadership in all of those areas and more, and also for the time and effort they put into my nomination. I truly am appreciative. Thought number 2 is of the family and friends who have traveled here today, because I'm sure there are quite a few of them who have wondered what on earth I have been working on so frenetically over the years. Now you have a little glimpse. Special thanks go to my favorite husband, Bruce, who has encouraged me always to be and do what I needed to be and do. The 2 of us are very proud parents of our sons, Corb and Tyler, who have decided to continue in the family history of commitment to agriculture. Corb as the president of Clovermead Farms, and Tyler as the president of Ontario Agri-Food Technologies. They and our daughters-in-law, Kelly and Julia, have given us 5 wonderful grandchildren. They are all here today trying desperately to sit still and wondering what all the fuss is about. So Nana wants to say hi to 5 precious little people: Ethan, Alexa, Raya, Jack, and Reagan. Thought number 3 is about my father, Dr. George Jones, who stood in this very spot in 2006 when he was inducted into the Ontario Agricultural Hall of Fame. And how much I would give to have him here today, because as far as I know, we are the only father and daughter who are in the hall, and he would have really enjoyed that. However, at the same time, I would like to give special credit to someone who is here today, and that is Dr. Claire Rennie, who has served as a mentor to me for many years and has been instrumental in encouraging me to take on many of the roles and responsibilities I have held over the years. And I'm not sure where Claire is, but thank you very much, and please don't leave until I find you. And finally, thought 4, agriculture. Obviously the most important enterprise in the world, feeding the billions, and now responsible for the creation of a multitude of bioproducts, and doing so successfully, thoughtfully, efficiently, and with all that technology has to offer. So with such immense accomplishment comes the paradox of success. How do we, in an increasingly urban world, continue to maintain a social license that allows us to do what we do so well? The answer sounds simplistic. It has to be great communications and excellent relationships with our consumers. And I am very sure there's as much science behind that as there is behind production. And it may be our next most important frontier, and you've got to love the challenge. I will close by saying my many thanks to the board and staff of the OAHF for all the good work you do. Thank you.